Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got a pretty cool knife to do a review of this day. This is the BergBlades Sweeney, and this particular version has the Mars Valley fat carbon fiber scales on it. Really neat knife, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what we have here. We're looking at about a little less than 3.5 inches on the blade length and about 7 3/4 on the overall length. As far as the weight, we are looking at about 3.55 ounces, so not bad at all. And this is a frame lock with the carbon fiber inserts, of course, titanium scales. And let's see, what's the 20 CV on the blade steel. All right, let's look at it as compared to some other knives that you may be familiar with. This is the, let's move this down. That's the QSP Penguin. This is the CGRB Pyrite. Alright, let's look now at a Vostede Porcupine. So you have that one there. And then this is the Vostede Acorn. Next up, let's look at the Demco Shark Cub, as well as the Ozark Trail. Those Ozark Trails almost the same size there. And then a couple of larger knives, or at least one larger knife, would be the Kaiser Militaw, which is probably going to be a little bit larger, just a tad. And then we also have the Miguron Morial, which is about the same size as far as the length of it. Alright, looking at thickness, let's look at that. This is against the Militaw, so you see something very similar there. And in fact, these two knives I tend to compare against one another a lot. Just, they're not the same. They don't look the same. They're just similar in features, I guess you would say. You've got a somewhat similar profile, but not the same. They have their differences. Both of them are front flipper, as well as reverse flick. This one is kind of a frame lock, but not really. This one is kind of a frame lock, almost an inset frame lock. You don't get it the whole length of the scales. So just a lot of similarities. So that being said, I tend to compare those a good bit. All right. Again, blade steel's 20 CV on the blade steel. You've got titanium, almost a bolster here. You've got titanium on the lock bar itself. This one happens to be number 7 out of 60. So pretty cool. There's no lanyard hole. In fact, you've got a nice backspacer with almost a color difference there between the liner and the backspacer. Jimping, the only jimping that I find on this knife is actually there on the front flipper. Don't find anything else. Opening methods, of course, as mentioned, you've got that reverse flick that is very good. You can use your thumb, or you can use the front flipper there. price on these. In fact, there's some of these still in stock apparently. $2.95 on the BergBlades website. That may be its sale as of yesterday when I checked the prices. And I'm doing this video. What dates? The 20th, somewhere around the 20th of or 21st of July of 2025. So that'll let you know what the price is now. Detent, really good. The blade just when it breaks, the blade flies open. So there's no blade play side to side, up and down. I did do a disassembly and cleaning of this one yesterday, so it is newly tuned and newly cleaned. So there is that. And as you can tell, I like reverse flicking this knife. I hopefully not made too much noise as I've been flicking. I realize I've been flicking this thing just about the entire review, but it's that good. The reverse flick is awesome. So it's just awesome. I will say that. So again, the scale material, you've got this fat carbon fiber over the titanium liners. In hand, it feels really good, and I just realized I didn't do a couple of other things here that I normally would do when I was comparing these two, because I got kind of stuck on how these are. But here it is against the Porcupine. Here it is against the Ozark Trail, and here it is against the QSP Penguin. In pocket, fairly slim, not too, doesn't take up a whole lot of space. You got a very nice looking clip here, as you can see. Takes up similar space to that. Let's see, I think I may have set the Militol down there. There's how it looks against the Migueron Morel. All right, let's see how it actually looks in pocket. I've got my knives mixed up here. In pocket, let's show that, and it works pretty well going in and out of pocket. You've got a little bit of the red carbon fiber showing above the pocket. Again, the clip looks very nice. Pulls in and out of pocket easily, so no problem there at all. Reaching in, if you were to reach in to get something else out of your pocket, if you had something that wouldn't scuff up the knife, say a hank, or in my case, I have a hank and a earbuds, so those usually ride in my right front pocket. Reaching in, no problem. There's no sharp edges here that's going to catch you. In hand, feels good. You can choke up on this right below the pivot. Feels good. Same thing here. It's just a basic scales. They're rounded off. Do need to say this because it is good. Very good access to the lock bar, which again leads to the fidgeting factor that I've been doing the entire review. But comfortable in hand, whatever grip you may have, it's just it works well. Blade shape is very good for EDC use. You've got this stone washed flat ground with some nice angles here at the top, some nice swedge there at the top, and just works, in my opinion, very well. So again, this is one I've had for a while, so yes, I definitely would recommend this one to others. So there you have it, the short review of the BergBlades Sweeney. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the knife. Also, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you again soon. And thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good day.